had a list of things we'd like to do. One would be fastest WRX. Next would be fastest European car. Next would be to get in the Final 5 shootout. I like a challenge. So people who say, that'll never handle an H6 in the front. I'm Andy Forrest. This is my Subaru Impreza, commonly termed Stormtrooper. I started off tuning boats, of all things. I was a marine engineer. Before I could drive, I had a little outboard motor and I had it pulled apart and I had the head ported. And then once I was aged to get a car, or maybe a year before, I got my first car, and sure enough the cylinder head came off of that. And then I seen the light when turbochargers came out. So my first WRX was around about 2002. It was a 95 RA, and then it got serious. That car eventually ended up around 8.8, 160 mile an hour. We'd kind of gone as far as we thought we could go on the 4-cylinder, and once we got in the 8s, 7s were just out of sight, and I thought I'll have a dedicated race car. Up until then, my race cars had been my road cars as well. And it almost started as a bit of as a bet with my partner Lisa at the time. She says, "You never fancy doing that again with a car?" I said, "I could build one tomorrow." She said, "Well, you couldn't quite build it tomorrow." I said, "Well, I could build it in a month." "No, you couldn't." I said, "I could build a 9-second car in a month." And so the bet was on. And the first event we went to, it was wet, and we never got that 9. But the second event we went to a week later, 9.9 at 135, but it was a 9, and we'd done it in 30 days. So it started off as a drag project, and we got it in the 9s, and then we got it in the 8s, and then we got it in the 7s. I wouldn't say it's getting a bit samey, but it was getting expensive, because to run at the sharp end in drag racing, you've got to put everything to the limit +1. The engine's designed normally aspirated. It's designed for 220 horsepower, and we're putting 1220 horsepower out of it. So it was always going to complain. Liking a challenge, I made the car handle. The winding up starts on the forums. I like a bit of winding up. So it was always fun going circuit racing and telling your fellow competitors, this is a drag car. Or going drag racing and telling your fellow competitors, this is a circuit car. So that's kind of how the car moved over from being a drag car to a circuit car. We're doing our own Scottish Super Lap series. We won every event that year and set a new lap record at the track for a tin-top car. So we were aware of world time attack as being the highest form of the sport, but always seen it as, fans going to world time attack? Yeah, right, yeah, sure we will. You know, these cars are big budget, really fast, full aero. I was sitting at home one day, typical summer's day in Scotland, rain pouring down, hitting the windows, sitting with my jacket on inside the house. Nev Scott, he'd been chatting back and forth with me, you should bring that car over, I'd love it over here, it would do really well. And I'm like, I said, I don't even race in England, never mind Australia, it's too far away. So then I get a call out of the blue of Ian Baker. So I come up with all the excuses, too far, can't afford it, blah, blah. Ian's got a counter argument for them all. I'm like, you know what, let's do it. And next thing the car's in a container and away. And we're sitting thinking, what the hell have we done? So on the Wednesday, we spent the whole day out testing. Thursday, we spent the whole day testing and then broke the gearbox in quite a major way. By the end of the second day, I thought, I'm on it. And I looked at the times and I came in and I thought, I've driven that track as hard as I've ever driven at home. And I won lap records at home. And I looked at the times, I was 12 seconds off the pace. And I was like, help. I was going to build something completely different. And I told Ian what I was going to do. And he goes, you just keep it in the UK, mate, I don't want it. He says, I want your WRX. I'm halfway down the road to building another project, and the WRX is sitting in the corner with a broken gearbox. And so I run a number of, I say simulations, sketches of what I needed to do, where things needed to be, engines, gearboxes. Combined what I'd gained here and looking at cars that run double wishbone and thinking, yeah, that's the way you've got to do it, get rid of struts. And it was never going to work on an Impreza Trans, plus the engine would be hanging out the front of the car. So the obvious transmission was something like some sort of dual clutch transmission, because you gain so much time, and the GTR kind of ticked all the boxes apart from weight, but it's at the right end of the car. So cut the bulkhead back, bolted the engine onto the bulkhead, and kind of worked everything out around that. So yeah, there are a few compromises with the current setup and a few workaround solutions like the steering rack. The column ends up going through the intake manifold. So So I also built a cradle to hold the GTR transmission at the back and double wishbone out from that. I made all the wishbones myself, just welded them up myself, welded the bushes in the end. I don't quite know how the chain drive actually came about. I think I just drew the configuration out. Okay, when the differential here, here or here, where the passenger's feet used to sit, that's where the turbo lives now. So yeah, I knew I needed to get serious on aero. When we were over in 2015, Ian Baker introduced us to Andrew Brilliant. He helped work with our odd package. He says, however, you've got a transaxle, so you won't get full tunnels in there. So I seen under Suzuki's car, I want big tunnels. Oh, well, we'll see what we can do. Andrew made it work. I got big tunnels. I also got a big wing. I didn't think it was going to turn out as good. When we first got the body panels made, Lisa goes, looks like a Stormtrooper. I'd never seen any Star Wars films. I was at sea in the Merchant Navy at the time, and she showed me a picture of Stormtrooper, and I'm like, it looks like a Stormtrooper. The end result, it took a while to grow on me.
Fastest Subaru, which we've done. Third goal was to be fastest European car, which we've done. Fourth goal was to hit the final 5 shootout, which we got. And the final one that we didn't quite make, but we're coming back to do that, was get on the podium.